Fashion Police is a game that my family and I saw at Gen Con 2025. They weren't even demoing or anything. We just, I don't know, just caught our eye and we looked at it, and it looked like it was a fun party game with a fashion element, with a creative element, and we decided to pick it up and then we played it at home. The game can be played in one of three ways. Well, I guess you can play in three ways, just one way at a time. Fully cooperative, fully competitive, and a version of competitive in which one player decides who did best, which that's usually not a mechanic I like so much, when one player just decides who's gonna win the round. Too much discretion there. And so I'm gonna tell you about the competitive, the other competitive mode and the cooperative. The general idea, however, is exactly the same, and so we're gonna start by talking about that. The idea is this: you're gonna draw cards and you're gonna match them with those letter tokens. They are giving you the theme that the players are gonna try to match with the clothes they create. And so maybe we're gonna dress for a cover shoot or work from home or the heavens. You might wanna look good when you go up there. Retro, horror flick, or picnic at the park. Now you may notice that the shape of those theme cards is quite unusual, and I'll show you why. Because those cards come from this deck here, and so we got a lot of different things that you may have to prepare for. But on the other side, ta-da! They represent the fabric that you will use, the fabrics you will use to create your clothes, your attire. And it's important that they have this weird shape, because this way you can combine them to create different patterns. See how I'm creating different patterns like that? All right. Each player will have several fabrics, and then we receive a random card that tells us what is the topic. Oh, for example, I randomly got B, which in this round here is work from home. That's shouldn't be too tough. So you see here tiles, templates representing top and bottom, and then we each player will select two. We go clockwise, and each player will select one piece, and then when we reach the last player, we go the opposite direction until everybody has two pieces. And suppose that I was able to collect those. Now it's time for me to prepare my outfit. Work from home, I'm gonna play with the idea of looking, this is too many, looking like very formal on top and very informal at the bottom. And so that would work that way. And maybe like this. Is that formal enough? Is that what you would wear working from home? Because, and this is super important, it's not enough to match your theme. You really need to check the themes that you're trying to avoid. And so I'm looking, ooh, this is too retro. Could this possibly match retro? Possibly not. And so you can try different things. Again, you can place any combination of patterns. I don't know if this matches work from home. I'm just gonna try to show you how you can play with different things here. Just combine different shapes. Again, probably not great for my theme. I don't even know what that means anymore, but that's just to tell you. You can use all the cards that you want to create all the crazy patterns that you want. After that, people will have to guess which theme you were creating. And this is when the slight variants come into play. The competitive, everybody has their theme and everybody's creating their outfit at the same time. And then one at a time, we all try to guess, the outfit of player A, then the outfit of player B, the outfit of player C. You score points for guessing the outfit correctly, and also they score points for how many people guess their outfit correctly. So you have an incentive to both try to capture your theme and also, well, to get it right. And the cooperative. One player is the fashion police, they leave the room, and the other players, actually this time they decide, after we set up the board, who is going to do which theme. Okay, I'm going to do picnic at the park. Okay, I'm going to do cover photo shoot. And we all prepare our outfits, and the fashion police is trying to guess what we got. And that's the general idea And the version that we didn't play, because again, too much power in the hands of only one player, is when a single player is the editor and the editor chooses a theme, and now everybody will have to try to match the same theme, and the editor decides who did it better. So this is the general idea. You play for a certain number of rounds, competitive or cooperative, until the end of the game, and you see how each player or the group scored depending on the version that you're playing. I think the game is very successful at what it tries to do, which I think is to be a simple, light, fun party game. Oh look, one of the fabrics also shows through the cover, and you can change it in case you're bored always looking at the same box lid. That's a nice little touch. So it's a super simple party game. You can pretty much teach it as you set it up, and you just give players the components and you tell them do this, do that, and it really makes so much sense. It's very intuitive. It has a creative element. As a party game, again, what do I want from a party game? I can teach it quickly to people who don't usually play games necessarily, and we have a good time, but there's still some creative decisions, and then the game gives us an opportunity, gives us reasons to laugh and chat and to go into friendly banter. And the game works perfect. It's a perfect party game. I played it with 4 people, with 5 people. We all enjoyed it. And it has precisely that nice flow. And also the post round discussion. I see it could have been that one. I was trying to go for this. Why didn't you see that one? That's a huge element of the game. And when it comes to the creative element, it can be tricky because capturing your theme is usually not that hard, but avoiding ambiguities, that is a lot tougher. To the point that very often we found that I was 50% and I can't do anything better than capturing 2 themes equally well. So people that want to try to guess my thing, they have 50% chances. If we were playing a complex Euro game and it comes down to a single 50% die roll, that would be a fatal flaw in a design. Here it happens from time to time in rounds that last a couple of minutes, and we're laughing and we're playing, and so it doesn't go against the spirit. Probably you shouldn't over strategize it. If anything, my only problem that I have here is that you can play it for a couple of times and have a great time, but after a while, certain patterns will start emerging, certain themes, people will start doing them in a certain way, so there's a risk that certain solutions will become codified. In my group, if somebody receives the theme out of this world, you already know exactly how they're gonna do it, and that's at that point there's no incentive not to do it that way every time. So really, all I'm hoping to get is that we will have expansions. I just think we need a lot more themes and a lot more fabrics to keep the game fresh. But that only happens with certain themes, so I may just decide, well, we're not going to play with Out of This World or some of those other themes that are getting codified after a while. But it's a minor thing, and ultimately, if I'm saying the game is fun and I want to play many times in the future as a party game, so I hope that the game keeps growing and gives them more variety. As is, I'm just afraid of long-term replay value, but not a problem with the short term or even the medium term. Maybe the medium. But it's fun. It's silly. It's creative. It leads people to chat and laugh, and that's precisely what a party game should do. And this is my very positive assessment of Fashion Police. I hope we're going to get new expansions soon.